Hopeless Fan Podcast. It is Friday, November 15th. Scotty, Shelby, and Zack here. Nathan will join us later for Boardwalk. Hey guys, how are you doing today on a beautiful Thursday night?
Oh, dude, I'm fucking stressed. I'm trying to
Scotty's putting in his bets 10 minutes later. He does everything last second.
Isn't that what you love about
me? You have 11 minutes.
Aren't I just like a lovable dude?
You have 11 minutes.
Yeah, the lines will probably disappear here in like
Also,
30
I'd
seconds.
like to die.
All right.
Back in Ohio.
Is it cold here? Is it warm? Is that a fact? Is it warm in Florida?
Yeah, you're just you're doghousing yourself.
Yeah, I know.
We talked about
Well, it doesn't even really matter if
you
I
are
was
that
here
person
or not. I'd still be sad because I have to go back to work tomorrow.
Mason Rudolph, under 21 and a half completions. How does that miss?
He completes 22 passes.
Oh.
I think that's clear.
Yeah. That misses.
Okay.
Or hits. I shouldn't make it if I just said that misses.
Right, so today,
I'm
once Scotty's finally done, we'll have
10.
Thursday Night Football Talk for your reference. Zach's Lock of the Week of the Century, Doghouse of the Week, great debate, NFL Pick Snake Draft, big battle for last place there, keep your heads dry.
Oh, God.
Boardwalk, and then Monday Morning Headlines, which I just Scottied myself because I forgot to do Monday Morning Headlines.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, so that's going
on the fly,
that's going to be
baby.
an off the topper.
Let's go.
All
you
right.
want to mention our collaborations?
We are also in collaboration with the Deplorable Sports Podcast. We'll get to their picks for Boardwalk. We'll start with Thursday Night Football Talk, TNF Talk. Guys, remember what we did before the Cardinals-49ers game? We recorded on a Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, dude. That was great.
We're gonna close our eyes and visualize this game, what happens. Zach, you're in this too.
Oh, God.
So just close your eyes, and then we'll come up with what's going to happen based on what we visualize. So just close your eyes, everybody. Scotty, stop making bets.
I can't.
Close your eyes. Baker Mayfield.
Oh, yeah.
Dangerous or generous tonight?
Dangerous.
Couple picks.
At least.
Kareem Hunt kicked a person, but they have Big Ben on the sidelines.
Was she pregnant?
Moral code is on the Brown side. Kicking not as bad as that.
This is too logical.
Jarvis Landry over 4 catches? I hope so.
Yeah, but
Freddie Kitchens, red face.
Freddie Kitchens,
I see it.
Red face
Dirt
because his
field.
seat's so hot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Freddie Kitchens, his book should just be called Red Face Hot Seat.
Mike Tomlin,
All I see is
badass or
Just dying to not be under 500.
yeah, that's good.
James Washington.
Dirt field because Cleveland sucks.
Okay.
James Washington.
Orange, gross
Does he catch a
toilet
pass?
Dog pound in the kennel.
Puppies?
Scotty has a puppy,
I
so I kind of like Cleveland.
Oh, no.
Browns have a new mascot that's 1-0. It's a new bulldog.
The other one die?
No, he retired.
Because he died?
What do you think? How do you think he's enjoying it?
I mean,
Dogs-
not really. His predecessor's 1-0, so he's perfect.
This is tough without hot head coaches.
This is bad. Yeah, no. Yeah, this is an all-time.
Can the mascot be on a hot seat too?
That's true.
I don't know, Zach, dude. I just don't know, man.
Cleveland, the lake's right there. I don't like that.
The breeze coming in, blowing the kicks wide right, wide left.
Cleveland, all brown uniforms.
Jarvis Landry over or under 5 catches?
Zach just kind of said that earlier.
I think it's
4.
under.
I had it at 4.
I think it's under 5.
Steelers 20, Browns 17.
Ooh,
Saw it.
there it is.
I just saw it. It hit me.
Came to me.
Steelers 20, Browns
That's
17.
weird. I saw Browns 20, Steelers 17.
I can't have that.
Oh, no.
Can't have that. Teaser still hits. Teaser, though, tonight.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yep.
Pittsburgh
It's not a game without Shelby having a teaser.
Pittsburgh +9, under 47.5. How does that miss? There's no way I listen to this later thinking, second-guessing this. How does that not hit?
Yeah.
Peter Schrager, all-time no-neck guy. No neck. A turtleneck is just a turtle for him.
He looks like one of the lost Trump sons.
I just want you guys to know I made a dangerous bet just now.
You made a Baker Mayfield bet.
You know what's dangerous?
Was it on a spread or a prop?
It's a prop.
Oh, God.
It was on a first attempt.
What was it?
Under 3.5, first attempt, James Conner. No right away. Don't have to stress all game.
How many units?
2, 1.5.
You lying to me?
No, it was like 1.5.
I know when you're lying.
No, it was like 1. I don't know how to phrase it. I would say 1.5.
Okay.
Tony Gonzalez would look dope.
Even money. Under 3.5, first carry, James Conner, first game back. He's not gonna come on, first game.
Mike,
Dog pound, dude. We were just talking about it. How great they are.
I like that.
Not puppies. Not,
I like that.
Not in the kennels.
All right.
Released.
For your reference,
Just for the first one.
Nathan, lean in. Well, sorry everyone. Nathan's coming in early.
Zach, are you gonna die?
That got him. Me
Zack's
coming in
doing a
early.
Baker Mayfield in the fourth quarter down by a touchdown.
Nathan slipped me some cyanide.
Okay, Nathan.
Wow.
Name the last 6 Browns coaches before Freddie Kitchens.
Oh, this is
No
good.
one help him.
This is so good.
Shut up.
Is he on the list? That was a while ago.
He might be.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that was bad.
Whoops. Before him,
Not in order or anything. Just,
Hugh Jackson. It's gonna help to go in order. Hugh Jackson.
Okay.
Well, I can look.
great radio. Zach, give us some elevator music.
This is yeah.
The only music you've given this
Yeah,
podcast.
this is a tough one. There comes a point
Not
as a
even.
Browns fan where it doesn't matter because they go faster in your quarterbacks and they're less noteworthy in your quarterbacks.
No, they're not. They're more noteworthy.
No, they're not. Not as Browns fans.
Yeah,
They're
they're...
not.
To me,
I know
they're
my
not.
quarterback's history more than I know my head
Name
coach.
the
That's
last 10
next.
quarterbacks.
No. He's 1 for
All right,
6.
all right.
It'll help to go in order. Hugh Jackson. Oh, I just
Then I blanked on who was before
Are you
him.
kidding?
He's a defensive coordinator. Mike Pettin.
Yes.
Was before him.
Yep.
Before him was
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know
was 6 ago really Romeo Crennel. Zach
Yeah,
said it and
that-
it's stuck in my head.
That's
Yeah.
number 6.
That's
Sorry,
number
I
6.
thought,
in between
I
them.
thought it was like 7 or 8 ago.
I figured he was way back there. So
My bad.
Nathan, let me just say, there is no way
No.
you get this.
I mean,
maybe one.
you'll know the names once
Yeah,
we say
exactly.
Yeah.
but There's no way.
Mangini.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, I
really?
was gonna say Mangini
Oh, okay.
came after Crennel.
Yep.
I can't
So,
read Shelby shitty.
I have Romeo Crennel, Mike Pettin, Mangini,
Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson. So I'm missing 2 more.
Yeah. Can I give him a hint?
No.
Just one hint.
No.
No,
one
I've already
hint.
given him a
You gave
whole
him
coach.
one.
You
gave him
gave me
one.
a whole coach. Yeah.
Yeah, you
He doesn't need
You
any
gave
more
him a
help.
whole ass
I know, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't need any more help.
You giving him a hint would give him 1.5 hints because Zach gave him a whole 1.
This would be good, though. This is a good hint. If he can't guess in the next 10 seconds, I'm giving him a hint.
No.
10.
That's wrong. Yeah, I'm done. I got those 4.
He's a
That's-
current coach right now. NFL coach. Head coach. He's still right now.
He's a head coach right now for a team.
Yikes. Oh, I know who it is.
Do you?
I know, right?
Is it Kyle Shanahan?
No!
Right,
What?
he's-
You
he was an
idiot!
OC.
Yeah, he was an OC.
Yeah,
Pat
he's a-
Shermer
Pat Shermer.
and Rod Chudzinski.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Reason I say that is because all 6 were fired after a Steelers game.
Really?
Tomorrow morning, Freddie.
Are you serious? All
Nightmare
6?
on Elm Street.
All 6?
You're done. You're done. Bye-bye.
Wait, I'm putting all my money.
All
the
of it.
Steelers.
All
Right.
of it. They still have to play one more time this year. It could happen
Yeah.
after that.
Oh, shoot.
It's like, oh, I've already hit submit. Oh, no.
But yeah, all 6 were fired post-Steelers game. For the culture, Freddie Kitchens needs to lose tonight
Tell me what the
and get
streets
axed
say.
tomorrow. What?
Tell me what the streets
Streets
are
are saying
telling.
Freddie should have been fired like at halftime of the Jets game.
Right.
All right, Zach, your lock of the week of the century, please. Or do you want to go doghouse of the week because it's a load? I'll give you time to prepare. Doghouse of the week. First off, I'll start. Sam Darnold. If we run the table, we have a chance at the playoffs. The Jets are 2-7.
Yeah, didn't I say that last week?
I guess if they go
Probably.
9-7.
It would have to be Baltimore.
Yeah.
In Baltimore. 2-7. How about Patrick Beverly in the doghouse? Did you see what Russell Westbrook said about him?
Roasted him.
He's just running around doing nothing. Pat Bev trick y'all, man. Think he playing defense. After the Rockets beat the Clippers,
I like the
102
accent that you put in there, too.
102-93.
It's like Russell was here.
Because James Harden scored 47 points last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Bear in mind,
14 for 15
Bear in
on
mind,
free
Paul-
throws.
Paul
He's the
George-
only dude
Paul
to have
George
over like
still not
5
back.
free throws.
And then, of course, last year, guys, Westbrook did the rock the baby with Pat Beverly guarding him. Whose side do you take on this? Is Pat Beverly good at defense, or is James Harden just a fake
took the
foul guy?
Warriors with Kevin Durant to 7 games.
True.
So, I think he has his moments.
He, how many times has he been All-NBA first-team defense? If you could guess, out of his 5-year career.
None. Just one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just one. So, I don't know. And when the NBA is this early, I just look for like beef, really. So we've had some really good ones, obviously with the fight with the Sixers game.
Yeah.
That's an all-timer.
Yep.
LeBron's in the news all the time.
Kyle Kuzma, KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, everyone hates him.
Yeah.
They want him dead.
Another doghouse. Another doghouse.
They really, Lakers fans are ruthless.
Yeah.
Dude.
How about families are in the doghouse?
Oh, let's
because
hear it.
Austin Rivers wanted his dad teed
to
up
be
last
teed up.
night.
And his dad was like, yeah, he should.
Yeah, he's a competitor. I like that. Doc Rivers, the same guy that tried to get thrown out of a
That's
Celtics game.
That's great.
Because he wanted to see Tiger Woods play in the Masters
That's
on
hilarious,
TV.
dude.
And the ref said, "I know it's going on right now, Doc."
You're not.
He said,
you're
"I
staying.
want." He said something. It was like, "I want to watch it too." Anyone else with the doghouse?
Yeah. How about an NFL executive? I have it actually bookmarked on my Twitter. Who says I don't prepare?
I do.
I bookmarked it when I first got here.
Everyone who's ever listened to this.
NFC West team official on Kaepernick workout this weekend. I guess the doghouse could either be the exec or the NFL in general for planning this Kaepernick workout. If you haven't
On
heard.
a Saturday at 3 in Week 11.
Yeah. So 11 teams are coming.
As
But
of
is it a
now.
ploy? As of now, there could be more. But
Is it a PR stunt?
Here's what the NFL exec says. Actually, it's an NFC West team official says this entire thing is a sham. The NFL is full of shit. It's a show, but he should do it because some of us are sincere. Some of us see him for what he is, a good man. So I'm sure NFC West exec. I'm sure it's
San
either
Francisco.
Pete Carroll or San Francisco.
It's not Pete Carroll.
Well, Pete
'cause
Carroll
he's not a team exec.
Oh, right, that's right. Well, the Seahawks.
So just seeing this news article on ESPN.com, Hugh Jackson to lead Colin Kaepernick workout. Yay!
It's like, all right, Colin, we're going to throw one pass for 31 yards.
Yeah.
You get it?
You're done.
1 in 31.
Yeah.
Oh, I get
they
it.
purposefully don't want him to succeed.
Where's
They're
the tie?
We're putting
I
our
mean, the
top.
first 2
We're putting our
years.
top man on it, Colin. Don't worry.
And Joe Philbin is also helping.
Oh, God.
The
Are you
legendary
serious?
Packers interim head coach.
Oh,
and
God.
Dolphins head coach, who cut Chad Johnson.
But the reason I say the Seahawks is because the Seahawks are like one of the only teams to work out
Yep.
Colin Kaepernick in the last
And he
2 years.
didn't want to be a backup.
He didn't want to be a backup.
That's like-
and that's what Pete
that's
Carroll
what I
came out
hate.
and said. You know, like he's not a backup. He's a starting QB. We don't have room for that.
Yeah,
with
that's
Russell
what I
Wilson.
hate is like Colin telling the Seahawks, he's like, you're not going to start over Russell Wilson, so why are you
Yeah.
like? I guess like if you know you don't want to go to Seattle, just be kind.
But people say that's not true. People say it's like it has nothing to do with. Colin Kaepernick said, "I have no problem being a backup." Like people have not said that, like we don't want you here because we think you're a star. Like he said, I think he would be fully, like.
you got it.
Oh man.
You last little tangent.
Oh man. I think he'd be fully acceptable
Line.
to line. I think he would accept the backup job. I don't think that he would.
I can see.
I mean, he needs to get back in the NFL.
I would love to
Nativity.
see him. I would love to see him
That's a
with the
Scotty
Colts or
moment.
the Titans. I could see him do well. Like if Jacoby Brissett gets hurt again or has a.
I
flare
thought
of
when the
ACL
Steelers
injury-
started Duck
Yeah.
and he didn't get a job then, I was like, "There's no way he ever gets one."
I
mean,
think-
how the hell did he not get signed this year? Over
I
some
think
of
the
TV
NFL
injuries?
planned this to get him signed so he can't go to the XFL.
I also
I think
think
they
it's
give him his $1 million
it's
contract.
it's like the
reason
NFL
he
are
didn't
good
go to the
people, you
AAF
know,
or
they're
the
publicity.
AAF.
Like we're putting stuff behind us, and I don't know, man. It just kind of seems weird. But like I'm glad that Colin Kaepernick is getting, because I do think he deserves to be signed, even though it's been 3 years and who knows how good he is now.
All right, how about my hot seat, or not hot seat, doghouse of the week, vitamin water.
Ugh.
Vitamin water. They came out with a picture that says flu shots are so last year, and a picture of their three.
Oh yes!
James Conner stopping the
Go!
backfield.
First run, baby, under 3.5.
All right, so Vitamin Water came out with a picture. It says flu shots are so last year, and it came out with a picture of 3 of their flavors. It says more vitamin C, more immunity, less snotty tissues. So they're proposing that their vitamin water is better than getting a flu shot,
Okay.
which people are obviously like is irresponsible and dangerous. The flu is serious and deadly disease. Here are the numbers. Blah blah blah. Why the
Yeah,
flu is so
you heard
bad.
of Spanish flu? Where
So
a third of
vitamin water, like saying don't get a flu shot, just drink vitamin water, and everyone's upset about it. But here's the thing: this ad was from 4 years ago, so they dug up vitamin water's old tweets. It's like no one's safe.
You're canceled.
You were so canceled. All right.
That's genius.
That's
marketing.
good. Zach, your lock of the week of the century, which you are now 4-6 because you took the Bengals plus 10 last.
So if you're tailing Zach, you're no longer.
You might still be ahead. I haven't done the math on that.
Ah, Shelby.
Because you're only losing minus 110 if you take his picks. He got out in such a jump. You might be up like a little bit.
Yeah.
So Zach, this is like almost
Zach,
make or break.
you're literally your entire head's blocking the game.
This is like make or break for you, Zach. Because
gosh, I'm gonna take New England minus 3.5
That's a good lock.
against Philly. I know it's boring.
It's not boring. It's your lock of the week.
I know, but it's like
I mean, it's literally
by
like,
my standards of how my locks usually go, they're usually a bit more exciting than that.
like it should be Eagles money line.
Right. Yeah, but I gotta make up some ground here. 4-6 is not working. I'm on the hot seat, and I gotta go with the sure thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Philadelphia or New England minus 3.5.
It's like it's a sure thing.
Yeah.
It's like Zach was like, I'm taking the Cowboys minus 7 against the Jets. I need to make up some ground. It's like they lost outright. All right, great debate. You ready, Scotty? We haven't done one of these in a while.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right,
Sure.
so Scotty and I are each going to pick.
I'm sure Shelby has 100 stats, and I have.
You have feel.
Just the way that you feel.
You have mouth feel.
Yeah, dude, you can't go off stats.
Yeah, stats are overrated.
Yeah, they are really. It's a field business.
All right.
I
So
live in the moment, baby.
Scotty and I are each going to pick an AFC and NFC coach that is our vote for coach of the year from each conference. Obviously, only one coach gets it at the end of the year, but we're going to make an argument for these two.
Yes, sir.
Zach, who's going to start, Scotty or me?
Who's winning?
It's 4-4-1.
Ooh, that's right.
We tied, girl.
I'm gonna go with Shelby goes first.
All right, coach of the year for the AFC, John Gruden. John Gruden.
Love it, hate it.
You lose one of your 2 first-round picks, the safety you got hurt against the Broncos. Abram, the annoying guy.
I mean, one of their 3
Salmon?
first
One of their 3. Who's there? The 2? Farrell?
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs and Farrell. Okay. So you lose a first-round pick. No one expected them to be good.
AB gone.
AB gone.
Yeah,
First year.
that's the biggest thing.
AB gone. All that drama in training camp.
Horrible hard knocks.
Horrible hard knocks. First year GM. Right?
Mike
Mayock.
Yeah.
Derek Carr, like a lame duck quarterback. They don't know how long he's going to last. They're making this move to Vegas, which is looming right in front of them. It's like, why even next year's everything's going to be different. And when they beat Cincinnati on Sunday, they're going to be tied for first place in the AFC West. Tied for first place.
They're 5-4,
Until Monday night when the Chiefs beat the
Loophole.
Yeah.
It's because the Chiefs don't play till Monday.
Yeah.
So technically, when they beat Cincinnati Sunday for 29 hours, they're going to be tied for first place. And they might be in the first place outright if the Chargers beat the Chiefs, which they did last year in Arrowhead. So who says no?
Yeah.
They'd be 6-4. How about a 48-day road trip they had to go through? They had to go all the way to London. They beat the Bears. They come back home. What do? They beat Phillip Rivers and they beat Matt Stafford in the black hole. John Gruden, my AFC nomination for Coach of the Year.
That's good.
NFC, Sean Payton. What's a theme this year? Teams
Backup QBs.
Teams finding a way to win with backup quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's a ridiculous thing.
We're watching one right now. How about 16 of the 32 teams have used more than one starting quarterback?
That's crazy.
That is nuts with all the rules that are supposed to help them.
Can't believe Brandon Allen's the best of them. That's
Right.
nuts.
The Steelers have used 3, but Sean Payton in the NFC. How about Teddy Bridgewater? Hasn't been a starter since that awful injury.
Teddy Bridge system.
But he goes 5-0. And it's not like they're beating scrubs either. They go on the road in Seattle, beat them by, it should have been a lot, Seattle garbage time points. They go,
won me money.
Yeah, they host Dallas, beat them, at Jacksonville, win, at Chicago, domination. Alvin Kamara's missed 3 games.
Yeah.
Sean Payton doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
Losing a Hall of Fame quarterback, a death sentence for some coaches. Guys like Tomlin and guys like Sean Payton, they scheme around it. Their team gets better. They win. Saints in first place. Raiders going to be tied for first place.
Yep. And it's so funny because, and I guess I'll go now.
Yeah,
Well done, sir.
Thank you, sir.
It's funny because I sent you ahead of time so we could prepare my picks, and we had the same at first.
Correct.
And I took one and he took the other.
I have a question though.
Yes, sir.
So what if I like your
Right.
AFC pick in his NFC?
That's what we had
I think
discussed.
it goes off of who has the better argument.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like if
You got to swing one way.
so. It's like if you like my
get
NFC
tied again?
and you like his AFC.
You can't tie. No ties. God, I hope not. At least.
Yeah, no tie here.
Okay. So I like the Sean Payton. That was my original pick, but I gave that one to you.
And I gave you.
John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
I was going to start with NFC and stay in the NFC, but I'm going to start with John Harbaugh in the AFC. Zach, I know you'll like that pick. It's just last year that dude was about to be fired. I mean, that dude was like on the hot seat. When he gets fired, he's going to be the Broncos coach. I know because I'm a Broncos fan. Everyone's just like, he's got a great relationship with Elway, Kubiak system, same system. He knows Kubiak, who was with the Broncos at the time.
Wasn't Kubiak our offensive coordinator?
Yes.
Yeah. In 2014, yes, he was. And
Justin Forsette's year.
Yeah, Justin Forsette's breakout year, and Joe Flacco's good year. He had a great year that year. And, and we were bringing in Joe Flacco, so everyone thought it was, we didn't know that we were bringing in Joe then. But John Harbaugh flips the script, benches Joe Flacco for the rest of the year. I remember the moment. It was like, what was it? It was against Atlanta when Lamar Jackson last year beat Atlanta in Atlanta, and we all knew that was the moment that John Harbaugh is actually going to be good. And everyone's freaking around me, and it's hurting my argument. John Harbaugh flipped the script. This year he's got an MVP at quarterback. He's changed his entire offense. And, it's so hard for a current coach to do that rather than a new system coach to come in and do that. So John Harbaugh has had the luxury and the talent to be able to do it.
When Flacco got hurt week 10 or week 9? Week 9.
I thought it was.
I thought he was benched.
I thought he was.
He got hurt. That's when
he got hurt, and then they didn't bring him back.
Right, but he went 6-1. Lamar Jackson went 6-1 last year. So it'd be week 10 or 11 he got injured. Then they had Lamar Jackson come in.
Yeah.
So you think you have week 10 until.
Right,
now.
and they make the play. And no one thought they were making the playoffs when Joe Flacco went down. Though he was having a good year, the Ravens were the Ravens were like 8-8, let alone win the division. Right. So that's why I have Harbaugh in the AFC.
Wait, so you're using last year for this year's argument?
Yeah, because it makes it. He was out of the door last year,
right?
And now he's flipped the script.
Yeah,
he's converted his entire offense into this year.
I was just wondering.
And now he's got a solid lead in the AFC North now. I mean, they've got people in their rearview mirror, I think.
They beat the Patriots.
They beat the Patriots. I mean, John Harbaugh, for someone last year about to be ran out of town, they just beat New England.
If they have the same record as New England at the end of the season, they get the tiebreaker.
Yeah, exactly. And I just think, as Lamar Jackson for a first year, or a second year QB beating the Patriots, and Bill Belichick, which never happens, the coach attributed to that deserves Coach of the Year honors, or at least consideration for it. In the NFC, I like Sean Payton. I like that pick. I'm going to go, though, with Kyle Shanahan. Obvious choice here. I mean, Vegas, for some reason that I didn't know, which apparently I'm stupid, had Kyle Shanahan as the number 1 pick for Coach of the Year.
Before the season started.
Before the season started. And then they started 8-0. And now it's just validating that. Kyle Shanahan, it's obvious. 8-0, their defense is balling. For a coach who didn't do well their first 2 years at all, to finally have a healthy Garoppolo, to have his staff in place, to have people healthy, to have the draft picks kind of develop a little bit. I think he's running that thing right into the playoffs, probably a first or second seed. I think it's an obvious choice from taking a bad team and making them really good and back to dominance. So that's an easy choice for me. Last undefeated team to lose.
Yeah, we good? No rebuttals or anything? Okay.
There was one point about the Raiders I forgot to make real quick. Was their win total was set at 6, which they're already about to hit.
Right.
So I like coaches that overachieve.
I like that.
Absolutely. Shelby, I should just disqualify you just for Sean Payton. I'm just kidding. This is a joke. I should disqualify you. Sean Payton just lost to the Falcons, which is just unacceptable.
Oh, the Ravens lost to the Browns.
I know, but that's
by
not
a lot at
compared
home.
Compared to how bad the Falcons are. The Falcons are borderline tanking. The Browns at the time still believed they had a good
Matt Ryan
season.
had 3 weeks to prepare, though.
Yeah, the Falcons aren't taking either. They're trying to win to save a coach's job.
Yeah, Dan Quinn does not want to take. But
in any case, ruined joke aside, I gotta go with Scotty here, and
let's
not
go
because of
the
not
lead,
because,
baby.
Not because of Baltimore.
A little home,
No, and not
little
because
home cooking here.
Not because of Baltimore. Because I truly believe that Shanahan deserves Coach of the Year.
He'll probably win it. I think he'll win.
I think
the
he's
Saints were
best-
supposed
yeah.
to be good.
Like if you would have told me at the beginning of the season, yeah, they're gonna start 8-0, I would have
Right.
told you to blow it out your ass.
Yeah.
Like there's no way. If you said, oh yeah, Sean Payton, he's gonna win coach, you're like, yeah, I could definitely see that happen. They're
Without
my
Drew
pick to go to
Brees, if Drew
the
Brees
Super Bowl.
missed a month and a half,
The problem
2
is the problem is with Sean Payton and Bill Belichick, they should win Coach of the Year almost every year because they're that good.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
But
is
they
like
don't do that. I
they
think-
don't do that
wait,
because the
Bill,
coaches who
Bill Belichick has 2, I think.
Coach of the Year is almost like having comeback Coach of the Year.
It's also MVP.
Or
It's
like-
also like the MVP
or
in the
rookie
NBA,
coach.
where it's like it's the shiny new thing. They give
Like
it to
Sean
the shiny,
McVay.
shiny new thing. Like James
Right.
Harden should have won it, but
Matt
Russell
Nagy
Westbrook
last
had-
year?
Yeah, James Harden should have won it last year.
The Browns are on the goal
But they
line
gave
again.
it to-
If they don't get this, it's
They
going to
gave
be
it to
hilarious.
Giannis.
Baker got it.
Okay, Baker got it.
Good
Okay.
for him. Yeah. So, in any case, I truly believe that Shanahan is coach of the year.
5-4-1.
Yeah, the fact that Shelby, you had to go with Oakland because you guys were, you traded picks was a bit of a handicap.
Well, I had to go. He had to go with Shanahan because he thought it should be Peyton.
Oh, so it looks like you guys probably should have.
You should have gone the other way,
It's
Shel.
like, what do you?
I don't know.
No, I do
Well,
like
the Ravens weren't supposed to be good. Yeah, then no one expected them to win the division.
I mean,
When's the last
I-
time they've done that?
I didn't. I thought Lamar Jackson was going to regress.
All right, we're
completely.
going NFL
Really
pick
both,
snake draft. NFL pick snake draft. If you're just joining us on that front, Zach is 1 game ahead of Scotty for last place, and the loser gets a swirly.
Oh, God.
Zach, you're 6
What are
games.
you at?
Zach's 6 games behind me for first place.
Yikes.
I'm 28-8.
What'd you go this last? What was
3-1.
you went 3-1?
I would have went 4-0 if Dallas won.
What was I?
1-3.
And I was 0-4.
Zach was 0-4. So Zach,
This is rough, dude.
Shelby is so much better at this
It's
than we are.
positioning.
Zach.
Why don't you make bets like this, Shelby?
Oh, like I get like good value money lining the Ravens over the Bengals. Like
What about
Here's
if
50.
what the mistake is you and me, Zach, aren't money lining these dogs that we pick.
15,
Apparently.
$1,500 on the Ravens money line over the Bengals. Here's
Actually,
your 12 here's your 12 cents.
every
sir.
sure thing that I think now, I'm just gonna bet the opposite and get so much money value because
I really want like what would my parlay be
I don't know, man.
if like Baltimore beats the Bengals, Packers beat the Panthers, and the Browns beat the Bills? Like 50 to win.
12 cents.
No, like I mean, I guess you get value with the Browns. We're only like 2.5 point favorites, but like I would have probably won like 40 something. Okay, Zach, you obviously get the first pick since you went over last week.
Yikes.
I'm only 1 game behind now. I thought I'd be up 1 or like tied at least.
You
'Cause
were down 2.
I thought I was down 1 last
We're
week.
down 2 games to Zach
I
starting
don't
last
know,
week.
man.
I mean, this whole notebook is dedicated only to the pod.
Yeah. Patriots over Eagles.
Ooh, yikes!
Yikes.
Explain it. It's my lock of the week of the century.
Dare I say redemption game for Tom Brady?
Okay, Scotty, your first pick.
San Francisco over Arizona.
That's I was thinking about going with that one, but
I like Arizona to almost cover, but I just think after a loss like that, San
All right,
Francisco.
thanks.
-10.
Thanks for leaving my number 1 and 2 ranked games on the board for me. I'll take the Vikings to beat the Broncos
Yeah, that's a good
in
one.
Minnesota, and then turn that around and take the Raiders to beat the winless Bengals.
The Bengals get their first win this week
Why I'm
against
28 and
Oakland.
8.
What was it? The Raiders to beat the Bengals?
Yes, was my second pick.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We got 31 and 9, and that's your wrong.
I'm gonna go ahead and take
Bengals are winning.
New Orleans to beat Tampa Bay.
New Orleans to beat Tampa Bay. That is a good pick.
Yep.
No.
Not down on the Saints at all, like Zach is after losing to the Falcons. Big.
You should be, but that's when you probably shouldn't be, right?
Exactly.
Go
It
Chiefs.
makes so much sense.
I would go
sense.
Chiefs to beat the Chargers
Yeah.
because the Chargers
I'll probably happen, and I'll be like, why didn't I
Babe.
pick that?
Yeah, exactly.
and Bills to beat the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Miami could win that.
Yeah. I have 2 more, right?
Technically, all the teams could win. They all have potential to win.
Very true. All right, Scotty, you're up.
You know, this is an NFL game, and one team wins usually.
Unless they
I'm taking Carolina over Atlanta.
Okay,
Hot streak stops this week.
it's a good pick. I probably would have went that way.
hot streak of 1 game.
My This would help a lot if Stafford doesn't play, but I'm still taking Dallas to beat Detroit.
Yeah,
And
I like that.
My last pick
I was thinking about that.
is the 3 games that are very close spreads.
Yeah.
Or 4 games. I'm not touching Houston, Baltimore. So I think I'm going to have to go with. Let's go Rams over Bears.
Rams over Bears.
On Sunday night. Oh, Sunday night. Oh,
Is it Scotty's turn or my turn?
Scotty's turn.
You picked New England already?
3 games left.
That's my first pick.
Oh, man.
The
That-
very first pick of this segment.
That was pretty bad.
We'll see what
There's like no games left. Everyone's like on a bye unless I want
There's
to do
3
like.
games left.
Oh, God. I'll take Indy over Jacksonville.
Okay.
Oh, no! Wait! Nick
Whoops.
Foles is
Nope,
back.
Nope. You've already said it.
Nathan ruling.
Oh,
It was
wow.
an injury, so we'll give it to him.
Oh,
We'll
wow.
let him take it back if he chooses Jacksonville because Nick Foles returns.
Are you doing Indy or Jacksonville, Scotty?
But so is Jacoby Brissett. Give me Indy!
Okay. Zach, your final pick.
Go Texans over Ravens. Just to max myself.
All right.
I'll give myself a swirly if it means that we can have a stranglehold on the AFC.
All right. Awesome. Snake draft in the books.
I can't. This is like. Shelby's like, this is my can't lose segment because I can't get my ear wet.
That's, yeah. I mean,
Like, this is like
I'm
life
not
or death.
28-8 by accident. I'm just saying that. Like, I take
You can
this very
attribute all
serious.
that to your ear.
All right. Zach, get up. Nathan, slide
On the
in.
boardwalk.
It's time for the boardwalk.
Oh, do it.
I can't.
What?
It's Scotty and
Shelby.
Shelby, and they're taking a stroll. Here comes Nathan, and they're ready to roll on the boardwalk. And
That's
we're
PI.
talking spreads.
It's the boardwalk.
What's the betting
trend?
trend?
Where's our music,
We
Zach?
like the over, we love the under.
It's right here
Zach's
amongst
bringing
friends.
the thunder on the boardwalk.
Music is in the friendship.
Okay. All right, guys, boardwalk time. I gotta get some stuff that's bad for me, and we're gonna do some more stuff that's gonna be bad for me on Sunday. Okay, we'll start our first game. Obviously, we also have the Deplorable Sports Podcast picks coming up, but we'll start in Tampa, in the Sunshine State,
Yep.
where the Saints are 6-point favorites on the road. I don't know, what's the Buccaneer Stadium name? I don't know.
Something.
Raymond James? Raymond James?
Yeah.
Over under 50. Over under 50, and we'll start with Scotty.
I like the over, but I'm gonna my pick here is New Orleans -6. I think they rebound well.
This is a classic that doesn't happen to Sean Payton 2 weeks in a row type game.
I could see the Saints not like blowing them out, but they'll win by a touchdown.
Okay. Okay, Nathan?
See, that's my point. Is I think it's going to be a close game. The Bucs always play the Saints tough at home, covering in 4 of their last 6 at home versus New Orleans. Injuries are a huge concern for New Orleans.
No, don't. Damn it. No. All right.
Injuries are a huge concern for them. Their left guard, Pete, will be out, replaced by Will Clapp, who got demolished last week against Atlanta. That whole offensive line got slaughtered against Atlanta. Additionally, for New Orleans, Marshawn Lattimore seems like he will probably be out. Out.
Didn't practice yesterday or today.
Yep.
He's got a hamstring.
Killing their defense.
That's the best way
he's
to.
done.
That's the best way to announce an injury. Just say like, "Oh, he's got a knee.
Yeah,
He's got a toe."
And last time these two teams played, Lattimore held Mike Evans without a catch the whole game. So he's gone, plus matchup for Evans. So I'm going to take for this segment, give me Tampa Bay +6, but my lock of the week is the over in this game.
Oh.
We just talked about a hurt defense for New Orleans. I
Nathan,
love
it's
these
not a
actually.
lock. It's a secure the bag.
It's the
Which we
secure
forgot
the
to do
bag.
last week.
Secure,
Oh, God.
secure.
That's why they all lost.
That is why
Secure the
all of our
bag.
locks lost?
Over 50 points in this game.
Did all of our locks lose?
Give it
Yes.
to me.
What's our? Did you say the record before this?
Nathan's lock won, but I don't want to tell people.
Oh.
Yeah,
What
Nathan's
do we? What's our podcast?
Oh, sorry.
have?
I'm 17-19-1. I'm 17-19-1. I am 17-19-1. Nathan is a half game behind me.
Oh no, that
He's
means I'm so far below. Dude, where should I give up?
Yeah, dude. You're Nathan. You're 17-20.
Yep.
So you're a half game behind me. I got the tie.
Okay.
And
Yep.
Scotty, you're 14-22-1. So
Couple games back.
You're 3 games back of me for first.
Yep.
Okay,
It's
you
not-
know what?
It's close.
Here's where I turn the tide this week. New Orleans -6. I'm so confident in it.
All right, I'm liking the over. I would lean Tampa Bay +6, but I'm taking over 50. I don't like overs, but listen to this. This is one I dug for. This wasn't like a go to a website, find your trends. Listen to this. I just dug through every season of the Saints on Pro Football Reference since 2008.
Yeah.
Because that's what my stats say. Oh my gosh. All right.
They just hooked a
Listen
kick.
to this.
Boswell did.
+9. Okay.
Listen to this. 13 times with Drew Brees after the Saints score less than 13 points. After the Saints score less than 13 points, those 13 times the next week the Saints average 34 points a game.
Yep, rebound game.
They've scored 27 plus points the week after scoring less than 13, 12 out of 13 times.
Drew Brees in that weather is going to kill it.
Yeah,
he just
Tampa
is.
Bay, on the other hand, Lattimore out. Buccaneers have the number one scoring offense in the NFC, third in the NFL, 28.9 points per game.
Is Latimer like 1 out of 11? I mean, come on, like is that going to
He's
make
their
so?
lockdown corner. It changes the entire
they have-
complexion
Did
of
you
their
hear his
defense.
stat? Did you hear his stat?
He held Mike Evans to 0 catches last time these two teams.
So you mean
Zero.
the Saints did? In general.
Lattimore did. He
Lattimore
was
for the
covering him every
majority
time.
of it.
He shadowed him all game.
And then look at that game. Mike Evans, no catches. They still went 31-24 Saints.
Yep, exactly.
Well, because
55
Godwin
points.
went off.
Okay, now Evans and Godwin.
Now they can both go off. They're one of the best receiving duos in football.
If they
Tampa
didn't go
Bay-
off against Arizona, then which they didn't on my fantasy team. I don't know about y'all.
How many points did they score?
Enough.
30-something? Yeah, because the Tampa Bay over.
Whatever. I like your over. I'm
Yeah,
trying to argue my
the
freaking
Tampa Bay
-6.
over
Right?
is
That's it.
7-2. The spread. I'm a flip flop. You can coin flip. it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those games where you hope it's tied and then the Saints score a touchdown.
Yeah.
It's like the Browns-Rams game when it was 20-13. The Rams could have easily went up 16-13, held the Browns, and the Browns covered, but they scored a touchdown and go up 7.
And then Baker Mayfield's not clutch. So
Big Mayfield not clutch. All right, so that's my pick. The Deplorable Sports Pod, they are also on the over. So 3 out of 4 of us are on the over, so it's probably going under. That's their pick. Over.
they'll probably
50.
go over, and then they'll win by 3, and I'll be like, screw it.
Second game on the slate. 2 quarterbacks who did not start last week.
Yeah.
They're going to start this week.
Yeah.
That's Nick Foles for the Jags, Jacoby Brissett for the Colts. In Indy, over under 43.5. The Colts are 3-point favorites. Scotty.
I love this. I love my last pick, and I'm sure you guys have. I'm sure you guys have the exact same pick as me because it's to me it's an easy one, and I love that I hope I have different ones for you because the only way I'm going to make up ground is by betting against you guys.
Unless your bonus
Yes,
locks in.
go on.
Unless my bonus and lock save.
Go
me.
on.
I like the over in this 43.5. Both QBs are back in Indy in a dome. I love Nick Foles back, and I love Brissett back.
I'll shadow Scotty on that. That's what I wrote down. My one sentence for this game was just love the over. Nick Foles and Brissett back this week. Give me the over.
Yeah.
43.5. Give it to
It's an
me.
easy one.
I would lean over, but I'm taking Jacksonville +3.
Jacksonville, Indy score
Indy
6-3.
I don't think Frank Reich lets Indy lose again now.
A third game in
A
a
third
row.
game like that.
They don't have to. They can
Right.
win.
Plus,
Well, yeah.
right. I get it.
Is there any,
I like that because Jacksonville's also coming off a bye. too.
right? And is there any reason to be less optimistic about Nick Foles if you're a Jags fan? Are you like? Is there any reason to be less optimistic than you were before the season started? Because you're still like
Yes.
it's an unknown.
I think the Jags caught magic with Minshew mania, but
Right.
I don't think even if Minshew
It didn't
stays.
sustainable.
No, I know, but even
But
if,
it
that's what I'm
died.
saying. Even if he was in, it would not be sustainable. I think the Jags now fall off and go back to like a 7-19.
Okay.
I think Indy comes in and pushes for a playoff spot. Doesn't ultimately get it. Might get it. I don't know.
But I think a new quarterback like the
I
Colts.
picked them a couple weeks
The
ago.
Colts are good regardless, even though they lost to the Dolphins.
They are.
Because of Hoyer.
Hoyer, yeah.
And that insane interception on the should have been Aaron.
That should
Jones
just show you
touchdown.
how good Brissett actually is, though.
Yep.
Or respect to the Dolphins. To go on the road and win outright.
I you know.
But yeah, Jacksonville. I think it's the perfect time where you got killed in London. That's supposed to be your city, and then a bye, and then now the momentum of a new quarterback.
Right.
So I like Jacksonville plus the 3. The Deplorable Sports Podcast, they agree with me. Jacksonville +3. Not to say they don't agree with you guys, because I also would lean over 43.5 in that game. All right, third game.
How is this
I'll
not an
start.
easy one for everyone?
New England at Philly. New England laying 3.5. And to me, Zach alluded to it earlier. It's a revenge game. You don't think Bill Belichick's the type of coach that is still mad about that Super Bowl loss,
Right.
even though he kind of did it to himself by benching Malcolm Butler and everyone on the Eagles went off? You look at, last time we saw the Patriots, Zack's Ravens were running all over them. And the MO of the Patriots has not been to stop the run this year.
Kareem Hunt going off the Henny.
Has not been to stop the run this year. You look at the last 3 games or so. Nick Chubb, 20 carries for 131. Lamar, Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, 38 for 203, 3 touchdowns. Even that Monday night Seeing Ghost game, Le'Veon Bell, 15 for 80.
Wow.
So a lot of running room. I don't think in that list of running backs you can add Miles Sanders and Jordan Howard. And then I think Alshon Jeffrey being out doesn't help Carson Wentz. His first time seeing this New England defense that's still good against the pass and will probably bounce back. They can't look any worse than what they did against Baltimore. And Bill Belichick's the coach that has the guys in shape.
So it's a consensus. -3.5, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're coming off a bye, too, which means Bill Belichick had 2 weeks to show them this game footage of the Ravens over and over and over again to embarrass them, to want to come back strong. Absolutely. This is an easy
And while
bet.
we're at it, why is everyone high on Philly?
It's
like
know.
Philly's the favorite to win the NFC East right now. You could bet Cowboys to win the NFC East at +100. And like the Eagles, what have they done? They beat the Bills, who I think's overrated.
+100.
They're a 6-3 team. And they beat who else did they beat? They beat Chicago, barely.
And the Bills.
They beat the Bills,
In
and they
Buffalo.
beat Chicago.
Yeah.
And before that, the 2 weeks combined, they were outscored by 45 points.
All you got to
the
do is
Vikings
look at
and
that
Cowboys.
Minnesota game.
What I kept
The
hearing-
Minnesota game versus the Dallas Minnesota game. And it shows you, right? To me, that's the perfect example.
What I kept hearing coming into this week is, Philly's hot 2-game win streak. I'm like, against Josh Allen and Mitchell Trubisky?
Right.
Are you kidding me? You're going to call that hot against those 2 quarterbacks? Get out. This is a real team this week. Philadelphia doesn't stand a chance to cover.
And I bet Belichick's still mad. Like, listen, even before that.
Patriots off a bye? Are you kidding me?
4 years ago,
It's easy.
4 years ago, Sam Bradford went into Foxborough and beat Bill Belichick.
I put all my money
He's
on
mad. He's mad. And the Deplorable Sports Podcast, it's a consensus for all of us.
easy.
-3.5.
Easy pick.
Sunday night game. Chicago, a 6-point underdog in Hollywood, in the Coliseum against Sean McVay's Rams. Over-unders at 40. At 40. It's at 40. Who do you like, Scotty?
I like Chicago +6.
Okay.
I don't. You might like the over because it's so low, so easy. But I do think Chicago's defense is overhyped. But I do think it's kind of a low-scoring game.
They lose Danny Trevathan too. That hurts.
That hurts. Actually, I didn't know that.
Broke his
Danny T,
arm. You didn't
love
see
Danny
that?
T.
Yeah,
No,
it was
I-
horrible.
Oh man.
Oh,
It was
man.
graphic.
Danny T's my dude.
Kentucky.
Good linebacker.
Roquan
is-
Smith's gonna pick up the slack.
Pour one out for him.
All right.
All right.
Chicago +6.
I like
Nate?
Chicago +6 because LA is just. Are they exposed? Sean McVay, but this could be the perfect week. Sean McVay comes out and shows something. But I like the way Trubisky played last week against the Rams, and they beat him last year.
Against the Rams? Against the Lions?
His lines.
Right. I like him against
They
the
beat him
Rams this week
last
because
year
of
in a terrible game.
in a terrible
In
game.
a frozen game where
It was like
Goff and Trubisky combined for 7 picks. That's
What was
why
it,
I
like
like
15-6?
That's why I like the under. I think the Rams defense. Say what you will, they looked good. They've looked good. Clay Matthews back helped them immensely against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
In an under that I liked there in one.
You know what my problem
This is
is?
one of those unders that is never safe.
Yeah,
I
know.
It could turn at the drop of a hat, but I can't in good conscience bet the over when I could see it being like 10-6 in the fourth quarter.
When we closed our eyes and predicted this Browns-Steelers game, I could do that right now for this Rams and Bears game and just hear Chris Collinsworth going, "Man, we thought this was gonna be a low-scoring game. This is not it at all." You know, like,
That's a good point.
you know,
I can see that.
Can't you just see that?
Yeah.
Like, these teams are coming out firing.
But if I
How
lean-
about Mitchell Trubisky? Like, I hate
No, I can't see
Chris
Trubisky.
Collinsworth. Always just rubs in all my bad
Trubisky's
beats.
not good. He beat a bad Lions secondary last week. He beat Jeff Driscoll by 7 points.
I know. But he
I-
also did look good last week.
Yeah, no,
He threw some dimes, actually.
He looks good, but
To his right,
But,
'cause he can't throw to his
but the
left.
sample size says he's been awful this year. And if you look at that game, they didn't score until the end of the second quarter.
Yeah.
And they punted their first 5 or 6 possessions.
Right.
But I can't, in good conscience, in a game where I could close my eyes and it being 10-6 in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter, say I'll take over 40.
I'm changing my doghouse of the week.
2.
Chris Collinsworth. Because I just remembered. He always rubs in my bad beats like that.
Uh-huh.
Like, you
Yeah.
fucking asshole.
Yeah. He did that to me last week under Vikings Cowboys. He's like, oh,
Great win.
We thought
Great
Cousins
game.
would look bad.
Yeah, like-
in prime time. This is
Look, check this out.
Kyle
With all these
Rudolph went to
graphics,
over.
check out this graphic of everywhere where Kirk Cousins and all the stats that you probably bet so much money according to,
you'd
and look
think-
at him tonight.
You'd think Leighton Vander Esch and Sean Lee would be able to track Dalvin Cook. He's just running all over Jerry World.
Wow, this is amazing. Like he acts like everything is like gold.
Let me slide in and ask Nathan what he likes.
This game comes down. I first of all wouldn't touch this game at all because it's the
Ding!
bad.
With a 10-foot pole?
Yeah,
Ding!
wouldn't touch it with a 10
I
foot
wouldn't
pole.
either.
Because
I wouldn't either.
honestly, this is just a tale of two horribly inconsistent teams after you know last year and years prior versus this year. This comes down to for me, which quarterback do I trust more to actually go win this game? And it's Goff, unbelievably, over Trubisky.
Not really unbelievably.
Give me the Rams. I don't like them both this year. I don't like either one of
No
them.
Brady.
It's a terrible pick. That's why it's a good pick.
Yeah.
If you hate the pick you make, it's probably good.
Yeah, give me the Rams. I don't like it. I wish I didn't have to talk about this
Deplorable
game.
Sports Pod likes it.
Likes the Rams.
Likes the Rams.
-6.
Maybe they feel like I do.
That's a lot of
Which
points.
quarterback
That's a
do I
tutty.
trust?
Yeah.
I get it. I just,
It's not news. A touchdown's always been 6.
That's like New Orleans -6 over Tampa Bay. I'm much more comfortable taking that than the Rams.
this is just an ugly game. Let's move on to something more entertaining than
All
this.
right, our bonuses might be entertaining. Scotty, what's your bonus?
I like the bonus, but I forgot it.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. No, I like.
He did forget it.
You
It's all
totally
the time.
forgot it.
No, I have one written down.
Okay, what is it?
It's Houston +4.
Houston +4. Good pick.
I like Houston.
Explain it.
Houston
Talk it out.
I will if you let me.
coming off a bye. Actually, I had something else. That's what I had before. Houston +4 was the thing I knew what I liked. That's the bonus. Coming off a bye, I don't think, and I said this before the podcast, Shelby, I don't think I remember a time where Deshaun Watson didn't cover.
As an underdog.
He always keeps games close.
As
Exactly.
an underdog.
No,
Because
exactly.
he didn't cover against the Raiders.
Right. No, I mean as an underdog, right? He always keeps games close. You're always in it with the Michael Jordan of football. Give me Houston +4. I love it.
And they're hot. They're hot.
And they're hot,
too.
yeah.
I'm on it too just
I
because
mean,
they're hot.
Watson
Winning
needs
4
to.
or 5. Yeah.
Watson with
When
one
you're
more
hot-
game, if he's not already, he inserts himself as an MVP candidate. Like,
When
even
you're
more.
hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
legendary.
Right a poem.
Why is Mason Rudolph throwing like 100 times?
That sucks because I took the under in completions.
Interesting. So for my bonus this week, my bonus is Arizona +10.5 at San Francisco. Give me Arizona to cover this game. The last time
Plus
these
10.5?
10.5. That's a huge
I
spread.
said that earlier.
Talk about a quarterback that keeps
Are you guys
games
sure it's
close.
10.5?
It is.
Yes.
It's
I
10
said
and a
that
half.
earlier.
Yeah, the last time
Maybe that's what I thought was my new bonus.
the last time these teams matched up, San Francisco was a 10.5 road favorite, and the game ended 28-25. San Francisco still won, but it was a close game. This is going to be close again. I still like San Francisco to win, but it's going to be a close
I
game.
hate that pick, actually. I hate it because
San
they just
Fran
played.
just lost.
And they just lost, and I also hate it because literally they just played, and it was close. Now San Francisco's going to play them with an updated film, and they're going to blow them out. It's so good. No way they have two close games that back-to-back.
And Arizona covers that game. I hate to be that guy that breaks it on one play, but Andy Isabella going 88 yards.
Yeah.
One play covers that.
I think San Francisco blows them out. In San Fran, yeah, give me San Fran -10.
Deplorable Sports Podcast likes Jets money line at Washington in the toilet bowl. Don't hate that.
Yikes.
I like the general manager for the Jets, blanking on his name, saying that Adam Gase is coming
Dan
back
Snyder?
of the Jets.
I don't know his name either.
Whatever your opinion is on Adam Gase, at least he came out and said we're not making any changes.
No, that should be doghouse. If I'm a Jets fan, that's my doghouse of the week.
I'm just saying that's better. It's like you're
You
not.
feel like you dick.
Breaking news: Trailblazers will sign Carmelo Anthony.
Really?
Wow, huge news breaking in mid-podcast.
So I'm taking the Trailblazers money line.
For the rest of the season.
Why are they throwing so much?
I love that.
Go for it. My bonus: Miami +6 at home against the Bills. Let's look at the Dolphins. Since Ryan Fitzpatrick entered that game against the Redskins, you guys remember that game? The
I'm fading
Redskins stopped a 2-point conversion to win the game against the Dolphins. Stopped a 2-point. Since he's entered that game, Miami has outscored their opponents by 2 points on the season.
Wow.
Their last game, Bills won by 10, but we know that's an inflated total because of the onside kick that was recovered and scored for a touchdown by Micah Hyde.
I don't think it's sustainable.
I mean,
but that's your bonus. It's your bonus.
Right, but I just, you ride the hot hand, and
yeah, I hear you.
They've had 5 weeks to come back down to earth to the tanking
I think last
team.
week was the week to ride the hot hand for Miami against Brian Hoyer and the Colts.
Yeah, well, there's an element of Buffalo just lost.
Yeah.
But I still like Miami with last time they played Buffalo in Buffalo. Have that big Miami defense that just allowed Baker Mayfield, Mr. Not Clutch that we talked about, to go down and win the game.
Yep.
Last time they played, first downs, Miami had more, 24-17. Total yards, advantage Miami.
Wow.
Almost 400 total yards against that Bills defense. We're supposed to be so good. Time of possession, Miami by 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Preston Williams fumbling in that game really lost the Dolphins the game. He fumbled at his own 16. Buffalo, overrated 6-3 team. That's not a secret. We saw that last week. They were underdogs to a 2-6 Browns team. So I like Miami. Plus the 6 in the Sunshine State. Now we go to locks. Scotty, your lock because Nathan gave his with Saints Buccaneers over 50.
Yep.
That's your lock too?
Yes.
Yeah, my lock was set. I gave
So you could go 2-0 with one pick?
No, I gave Tampa plus 6 for that game, but my lock is the over.
Okay, gotcha.
So I could go 2-0 on that one game. Yes, Tampa could
but
cover
not one pick.
and it's over.
Right.
But it's not the same. It's not the same pick.
I gotcha. My lock, I'm sure Shelby has the same. Oakland minus 10.5. Ryan Finley,
That's good handicap. Mine is in that game, but it's the under 48. I think it mimics the Rams game where the Bengals lost 24-10.
Yeah.
It was 48 in that game too. Under hit by 2 touchdowns. That's a big total, which says the Bengals will struggle to score in that game. The Raiders, you look at Derek Carr, some next-gen stats on him. He has the shortest amount of yards traveled per pass, so he's only throwing about 6 yards a pass, which is the lowest in the AFC for Derek Carr. Oakland is 22nd in plays of over 20-plus yards. So I like the Raiders to run the ball with Josh Jacobs. I think he has a big game. Last week, that total goes over for the Ravens-Bengals because Lamar Jackson can, break a 40-yard run. First play of the game, he goes deep. Of course, he has that highlight reel run. And then Ryan Finley. This is what worries me, is his disastrous turnovers in that Ravens game. So, guys, you listen to this. Ryan Finley, a pick 6, 89-yarder, and then a fumble return for a touchdown. So it's like,
yikes.
Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln,
he's got to improve.
How was the play? I think the Bengals, they got Joe Mixon running the ball, which is helpful, but it'll also keep that clock churning under 48. And our friends at Deplorable Sports Podcast, a college football pick for their lock, UCLA Bruins plus 21 against number 8 Utah on the road. So lock it in. Listen to their podcast. We have our picks for
Deplorable Sports Podcast. They have a website, www.deplorablesportspodcast.
Awesome. And on that pod, you will hear our picks for our contest. Is that fair
casino.
To say?
Trump's Casino.
Trump's
Casino.
Good. It's good.
I love our picks.
I like our picks.
You have
too.
to listen to their podcast to hear it, but I think we go 3-0 easy.
All right, guys, want to do Monday morning headlines? You want to?
Let's try it out.
Thank you, Nathan.
Yep.
I'm going to give one that I think Zack will do. It'll be like the Arizona Republic. It says like San Francisco gives Cardinals 49 reasons why Cliff Kingsbury should have stayed in college. That's what I think Zack will do. So Zack, I just took yours. So if you want to try to come up with one on the spot. You can go ahead.
Oh, they're all on the spot. That's why they're so bad.
The LA Times. This isn't fun anymore. It's like Rams win 4-2 against the Bears. It's like
help.
Yeah. Saving grace. Saving Gase. Jets win second straight game. Some teams aren't trying to tank anymore.
Yeah, I got
Some
one.
teams still believe in winning for the culture.
The New York Post. Can you believe it?
Ooh.
The Bills lose to the what we thought were the tanking Dolphins.
That's
Yeah,
good.
your sub.
The New York Post wouldn't do a Bills article, but you're
Yeah, I don't know.
probably
Who
looking at the
would
Buffalo
do-
News Daily.
Sure.
Buffalo News.
You
Day,
said off the top of my head. That's at least I got the right state.
The Cincinnati Enquirer.
Okay, a layup.
Help! That's it. That's the entire article.
You could just say like #bomb for Burrow, bus for Burrow.
No, just please, God, make this stop. It's the sub-headline.
You go Cincinnati Enquirer. It's a raid on the bookies' banks as everyone loses money. Bengals get their first win.
Shelby doesn't mind that one.
Well, I mean, if the Redskins win, I don't mind if the Bengals win. That's my dilemma. Is I don't want the Bengals to be historically one of the only 3 teams to ever go 0-16, but I want them to get the first pick. So if the Redskins win, I need everyone to have a 2-game lead on the Bengals for the first pick, and then the Bengals beat like the Jets in December.
Fire up the grills. Brissett wins
A game.
the game he comes back in. Do you like that? Or
No folsing around. Colts get their comeback win against the Jaguars to get back into the AFC South standings after losing 2 games, including one to the Dolphins and one to the Steelers.
Some teams still compete
Yes.
in AFC.
No, what's funny about the Colts when I did their handicap, that's why I like Jaguars +3, is that every single game they played this year decided by 7 points or less.
Love it.
Every single game.
Easy.
Love it. You like over though.
I do like the over.
This podcast is over. Thanks, guys.
Genuine.